Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we finished Mages of Catalan, the last scenario made by Smoo. And now, well, it's time to move on to the next person we got. Someone who's done just over half a dozen scenarios. Don't know anything about it, and let's see how it is. This guy happens to go by the name of Ephesos. So, let's find their scenarios and start with the lowest level one, Adrift. A rescue gone awry. It always seemed simple enough, but then again it always does. You were to accompany a shipment of grain from the imperial capital of Vantanas, Woodsmuir, to the distant port of Samalid. You were only brought along in the event of an attack by pirates, though the Empire would like people to believe its trade routes were invincible. Still, better for them to risk some no-name adventurers than actual soldiers. 3 days out, the storm hit. You were batted around the open ocean like a child's toy until a bolt of lightning struck the mast and cleaved the boat in half. Clinging grimly to a piece of the mast, you floated through the choppy sea until a monstrous wave finally pulled you under. You washed up on the shore of an unrecognizable island, your possessions miraculously intact. A day's search revealed no other survivors and no sign of settlement. Scavenging around the island, you were surviving just fine after a few days. Then a ship arrived on the horizon. Once you confirmed that it wasn't a mirage, you put together the biggest signal fire you could and waited. The ship seemed to see you, and while you never got any sort of signal in return, it soon dropped anchor just a short way off the coast. Alright. Yeah, just swapping that around properly. Okay. Well, we're here. Oh, we've got a few things here. Alright. You cheerfully leave your dismal little camp behind, ready to hop onto the awaiting ship and sail back to civilization. I meant to do some exploring. From here, you can barely make out the deck of the ship, but you're fairly sure you can see figures moving around. Hopefully, they've seen you. In most situations like this that you've heard of, the ship sends out a smaller boat to collect passengers. However, after waiting for the better part of an hour, it seems clear that they aren't sending anything. Looks like you'll have to swim out to the boat. Yeah, I'm just gonna look around the island here. It's an interesting little island. This is... Already I'm seeing a lot of custom-made assets. You can't help but feel a little strange as you swim out into the cove. In all your time adventuring, which admittedly isn't very much, you've never heard of anyone swimming out to meet a strange ship. Still, it's your best chance to get off this godforsaken rock, so you keep flailing out towards the ship. As you near the ship, you remember why you've never heard of adventurers swimming. Your gear is doing a good job of dragging you down, and it's difficult just to tread water. When you reach the side of the boat and don't find a rope, you start to panic. Just when you think you're going to lose consciousness, you feel someone or something lifting you out of the water. Relieved, you pass out. You finally come to, soaking wet and plastered to the floor of a dark and moldy cabin. It's times like this that really make you glad to be an adventurer. Looking out your cabin's window, all you can see is a dark and stormy ocean. The ship is moving somewhere, judging from the amount of sea spray coming in through the window. So far you're wishing that you had stayed on the island. At least it was warm there. Unsurprisingly, door's locked. That's not good. Broken bones and bloodstains don't usually signal friendly intentions. Can't go in there. As you carefully walk down the hall, the only sounds you hear are the creaking of the ship's timbers and the waves crashing into the ship. And then you see the bodies. Someone has clearly been busy down here, judging from the condition of the corpses. They look vaguely humanoid, but it's hard to tell. Very slowly, the battered and bloodied corpses in the chamber begin to get up and shamble around. or in the case of the hanging skeletons, carefully detach themselves from their beams. It's a grisly sight. Oh, how lovely. That is also very lovely. By the way, I was being sarcastic. Okay. That was a bother. The purpose of this room seems fairly clear, judging from the frightening array of tools scattered around the floor. You're beginning to understand the fate your gracious host probably had in mind for you when they pulled you aboard. Hopefully you can keep that from happening. As before, the mangled corpses in this chamber object to your intrusion. Strongly. Okay. Wonderful. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a door open. Definitely wasn't open before. Then you hear a voice shouting in a foreign tongue. You don't recognize it, but it sounds like swearing. So we got onto a ghost ship, basically, is what I'm getting out of this. Holy crap. The Brigmaster. You know, it said level 1 to 5. I didn't expect level 1 would be this low. This easily wounded. As your foe falls to the ground, he drops a key. You take it. Poison potion, no. Strength potion, yes. Brigmaster's Whip. That's interesting, actually. A one-handed weapon. Casts Terror at level 50. Usable once per day. You know what? I'll give you that. I mean, it does a lot more damage than the other things we got right now. Listen, we can do level ups, but I'm not going to right now. Let's see if this key actually works on these doors. They do. There's someone in here. At last, you found another living person on this floating chunk of refuse. A woman, who appears to be an Empire captain, very nearly cries upon seeing you. From what you can see, her skin is covered with cuts and bruises. Thank God, another living soul. I thought there was nothing left for me to do but say my final prayers and kill myself. Now we might just be able to get out of here. The name's Samantha. Captain Samantha L. Jackson of the Empire Army. How did you get here? I expect it was the same way that you got here. I was part of an expedition to see if we can mine anything useful from the islands off the coast of Izo, and we got caught in a storm on the way back. The ship sank and I got picked up. I woke up on board the ship and got dragged down here pretty quickly. Are you okay? She stares dumbfounded at you. What kind of stupid question is that? I'm alive, that's all. Compared to the others on the ship, I'm fine. They torture each other. Dead or undead, it doesn't matter. Nothing but pain on this ship. Are you ready to escape? Well, as long as the ghost in charge of the brig is gone, that's the one who does all the torturing. She rolls up a sleeve, revealing a particularly nasty and jagged scar. He took the better part of a day carving this one. I'm not leaving this room while that bastard's still floating around. Well, I killed that ghost. You show Captain Samantha the key you got from killing the ghost. Well, that changes everything, she says, pulling a dented short sword out from under her bunk. Just give me a moment to collect myself, and then I'll be ready to exercise some spirits with you. This room contains a corpse and little else, probably another victim of your hosts. The corpse then stands up and looks at you hungrily. Oh, we killed that in this shot. Captain Samantha paces the room anxiously, waiting for you to give the all-clear. Alright, let's go. Captain Samantha falls in line behind you, ready for action. Let's do this. I've had it with these goddamn ghosts on this goddamn boat. Oh. You know, when I saw the last name, I thought, but now it's pretty clear. Samantha L. Jackson. Sam L. Jackson. This is a Rule 63 Samuel L. Jackson. Okay. This victim contains a corpse. Once again, it gets up to attack us. Okay. Okay, this whip is actually going to be a huge help here. A magical barrier blocks the stairs here. Someone must have gone to great lengths to confine you to the lower levels of the ship. Captain Samantha approaches the barrier and starts waving her arms around in a way that makes you worry for her mental well-being. When I was brought down here, I remember one of the ghosts making these gestures. It made the barrier disappear. Fortunately, it works. You have her repeat the ridiculous gestures a few times so that you can remember them. Oh, good. What's this? Armory. Ooh. Try to open this door, but it's stuck. Not locked, just jammed enough that you're not sure if you can open it. Still being an adventurer. Alright, bash it down. The armory! Oh, this is nice. Let's see. Rusty chainmail, poor-studded armor, leather armor. This one's unidentified. And 2 unidentified bucklers. Probably cursed. Alright, I like this. You got that. You got that. You've got this better leather armor. And a wooden buckler. Actually, this leather armor should go on Draco. He's got a robe. Let's see. We've got, ooh, arrows and a bow. You're the only one that has a bow, so you'll be using that. Javelins, no. Spear, spear, pike, spear. No idea what those 2 are. Iron dagger, bronze longsword, iron dagger. Alright, iron dagger. I doubt we're actually going to get anything useful in this. Here we have... Ooh, pick the lock, and we got an iron short sword, an ash bow, and an iron helmet. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay. Yeah, I should drop some of this stuff that we're not going to need at all. Actually, yeah. I'll let them use it. Faced with another barrier, you try the ridiculous gestures that Captain Samantha showed you. However, all you succeed in doing is embarrassing yourself. Seems that not all the barriers on this ship will be that easy to deal with. Well, at least we made it to the, Fortunately, you remember the ridiculous motions Captain Samantha taught you. You run through them again, and the barrier fades away. And in here we have storage. You enter the storeroom for the ship, expecting to find food, supplies, something useful. Instead, you find rats. A lot of rats. They look hungry, and you're probably the first fresh meat they've seen in a long time. Looks like it's only trash back here. Yeah. Oh, wait, a healing potion. Good. That's something. It's another one of the barriers that we can't get through. Alright, that appears to be everything down here. Let's save before we go upstairs. Alright, hold on a second. This... Okay, the hammer's not useful to us. There are some stairs here. Climb them. You can hear voices now. You might finally be able to find out who's in charge of this horrible vessel. Captain Samantha motions for you to be quiet. You hear them? These are probably the ones that threw us in the brig. It sounds like there's a lot of them. Yes, it does. The corridor suddenly feels colder. For a second you think about jumping back down the stairs, but you're not fast enough. The ghost stares straight through you for a second, as if it isn't used to looking at the living. Then it shouts something you can't understand. Something whips the curtains aside, revealing a room full of ghosts. It seems you've been discovered. Okay, then. That was interesting. Wait for them to get closer. Wait for them to get closer. You... This looks surprisingly like a mess hall. Something that you wouldn't expect to find on a ship with a dead crew. Of course, it's even stranger that there are still some crew members in here, despite the fact that their plates and flagons are empty. Seems that some habits die hard. That didn't do much damage. Okay, fire an arrow, maybe. It's an interesting way that they die. Yeah, we'll stick with arrows here. That's not good. Okay, heal up Fox, please. That's definitely no good. We're taking a lot of damage here. Bonnie's already almost out of spell energy. In fact, Bonnie is out of spell energy. Okay. And he dropped a guard scimitar. Where is... Ah. 3 to 12 points of damage. Let's use that instead of the Brickmaster's whip. The whip will give to Sheik. Bonnie can get the iron short sword, and the dagger we can drop. Okay. Like almost every mess hall you've ever been in, this one has a kitchen, and a cook. And also, like nearly every mess hall you've been in, the cook is not happy with your intrusion. Okay, what have we gotten here? You're not exactly sure why, but it seems that the chef has been working on a rather large pot of soup. It has a pale, milky color that you normally wouldn't associate with soup. Also, it seems to be radiating some sort of magical energy. It doesn't feel malevolent, but it's always hard to tell with soup. There's a ladle chained to the pot. If you wanted, you could sample the soup. Try it. You try a ladleful of soup and wait. At first, it doesn't taste like much of anything, and later it still doesn't. But then a strange, warm feeling starts spreading through your body. A couple more servings later, and you feel completely refreshed. Then you realize that you managed to drain the entire pot of soup. It's a shame, because you don't even really know what it tasted like. I'll take it. I will take it. We needed that recovery. Alright, let's take a look to the south first. As you move along the ship, you start to wonder how good your chances are of actually getting off the ship. Even if you clear out every single monster, you can't possibly hope to guide the ship somewhere safe. You don't even know where you are, much less which direction you should go in. Of course, if that means you're stuck on the ship, you might as well keep on evicting the original owners. Ooh. Another healing potion. Excellent. And Sheik leveled up. Yep, the skeleton just got down. I have a feeling that might happen. You know what? Use a torch. With a painful creak, a nearby door opens. Oh, there's two of them there! Okay. Excellent, we're all getting level ups. We need that. And another nearby door opens. By now, you're certain that the ghosts know you're here, so you try to move as quietly as possible. Then as you round the corner, you find another set of barriers. Before you can stop yourself, you curse loudly. After a short, tense pause, the doors at the end of the hall swing open, revealing several well-armed ghosts. You frantically run through the gestures Captain Samantha taught you, but nothing happens. A tiny, annoying part of your brain wonders if an incorporeal sword will still hurt. I think we already know the answer to that. for that. That one looks like the captain. It probably is. Yeah, I can't really afford to be stingy here. Ice Lances is not going to be at all useful. Oh, that's bad. You can't actually do anything. Well, actually you could, and I didn't think of that. Damn it. 7 damage from magic? What the hell did that? Oh, great. You can finish him off, I think. As you strike a killing blow, the ghost shouts something you can't understand. You're not sure if it was a death screech calling out an alarm or some sinister curse. Either way, it seems that the death of the guard captain has dispelled the barrier blocking the stairs. There they are. Thank you. There goes that one. Unlike seemingly every other corpse on this ship, this one seems completely inert, and thus it is very unlikely to attack you. Someone must have beaten the unlife out of it. And we've got 3 more guard scimitars. Which is good. You know what? Screw it. Draco, you hold on to that guard scimitar. The spear is useless. Here comes another. Okay. There's another guard scimitar. Oh, hello. I see you there. Good. That one's down. Another nearby door opens. Alright. This door strikes you as a little odd, in that you can't find a lock, or hinges. For all you know, it might just be a section of wall painted to look like a door. You can also hear someone or something on the other side of the door. Try to bash it down. Strength bashing failed. Unless, I bet I know how we can get in. Hold on. Alright, let me try strength potion. Bashing it down. Didn't work. Nowhere near enough. Reloading. Wait, hold on. If I... Nope, still not enough. Okay, reloading. We can, however, use this. Yeah, I think a point in dexterity will help out, and a point in defense. Chic, a point in dexterity, and a point in melee weapons, definitely. Bonnie, a point in dexterity, sure, and points in bows, and a point in hardiness, 2 points in hardiness, and Draco, point in dexterity, point in melee weapons. He uses all weapons, but I think we're going to be sticking with the melee this time. Try to disarm the trap. We did, and we got an energy potion, a healing potion, and a haste potion. That's great. And that looks like the way out of here. So if we try to use this, there's a ladder here. We can climb it. I think we'll do this in the next episode, because this one's gone on about long enough. We've explored a fair bit. There's one room that I still want to know what's in. but it seems we can't get in there. Disappointing. So, next episode, we'll try and see what's on the next level of this ship. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.